My name is Jamie Ashley, and this is my scripted lesson, adding in concrete, representational, and abstract. This is my son, Connor Myers. He's 8 years old and in the 2nd grade. We will be doing subtracting two-digit numbers, part 2. Connor, today you will continue to learn how to subtract two-digit numbers using dimes and pennies. Okay? This is going to be our problem. Write this problem on your paper. Okay? Who would like to make up a story for this problem? Would you like to make up a story for this problem? Okay. How much money do we have to begin with?
92.
92. So I want you to go ahead and get 92 cents out here on your desk using dimes for the tens place and pennies for the ones place. Okay. Okay, very good. How much money are you giving away?
45.
45 cents. Okay, so what do we take away first?
The pennies.
The pennies. And how many pennies do you have?
2.
Okay. And how many pennies do we have to take away?
5.
5. Do we have enough pennies to do that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what should we do?
Take a dime and trade it in for 10 pennies.
Okay. So if we trade one of the dimes for 10 pennies, let's go ahead and do that. Trade a dime and get 10 pennies. Okay. How many dimes do you have now?
8.
Okay. So that would look like, if we were going to write that on the board, you're going to take a dime, and that gives you 8, and you're going to trade it in for 10 pennies. So there's your 10, just like that. Show this on your paper. Okay? Now we will show the 10 pennies moving to the penny column. How many pennies do we have now?
12.
Okay? You're going to write a small 1 over in front of the 2 to make it 12. Okay? Can we take 5 pennies away now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's do that. Let's take away 5 pennies. And how many pennies do you have left?
7.
Okay. How many dimes do we have?
8.
And how many dimes are we taking away?
4.
Okay. Show this with your dimes. Okay. How many dimes do you have left?
4.
4. Okay, so write that on your paper. And let me see what you got. Very good. Next we're going to try another problem. And go ahead and put all your pennies and dimes back.
Do I turn the page?
No, you can do it on the same page. Write this problem on your paper. Who would like to make up a story for this problem? Do you want to? Okay. How much money do we have to begin with?
85.
Okay. And how much money are we giving away?
61.
Okay. So what are we going to do? What do we take away first?
The pennies.
Pennies. And how many pennies do we have?
5.
Oh. How much money do we have to begin with?
85.
Okay, let's get 85 cents out there with your pennies and dimes. Okay, and now how much money are you giving away?
1 cent.
How much money are you giving away altogether?
61.
Okay. So how many pennies do we have? How many pennies do you have out there?
5.
Okay, and how many pennies do you have to give away?
1.
Do you have enough pennies?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so give 1 penny away. And how many pennies do you have left?
4.
Okay. Write that on your paper. What will we do next?
Do the dimes?
The dimes. Okay, so how many dimes do we have?
8.
And how many dimes are you going to take away?
6.
Okay, so let's do it. Very good. And how many dimes are left?
2.
Okay. Let's show this on our paper. Okay, I'm going to take your money up now because now we're going to move from doing the money and I'm going to show you a way to do pictures.
Sorry.
Okay. When you do pictures, I want you to do your dime is going to be one long bar, like that. And that'll be tens, okay? And your pennies will be one short bar like that sideways, so you don't get them confused on what's long and what's short, okay?
I'm
Now.
drawing them on my paper right now.
Good job. Write this problem on your paper. Who would like to make up a story for this problem?
Not me.
Not you, okay. How much money do we have to begin with?
53.
53 cents. So we're going to write it out using our little 6, okay? We're going to write out 53 cents. Let me check it. Good job. Now, how much money are we giving away?
14.
14 cents. So what do we take away first?
The piece.
Pennies. Do we have, how many pennies do we have?
3.
Okay. And how many pennies do we have to take away?
4.
Do we have enough pennies?
No.
No. So what do we need to do?
Take a dime and trade it in for 10 pennies.
Okay. So let's do that real quick. We're going to take away a dime. I'm just going to erase one. And I'm going to get 10 pennies. Did you get your 10 pennies? Okay. Now if we're going to show that on our paper, look. When we show it on our paper, are you looking? You're going to take 1 dime, so you cross it out and make that, if you take 1 away, that's a 4. And you're going to add 10 pennies. So you're going to put that 1 in the front, add them 10 pennies, okay? So let's show that on your paper. Oh, you're 1 step ahead of me. Okay. How many pennies do we have now?
13.
13. Can we take 4 pennies away now?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, let's do this. Let's take away 4. How many pennies do we have left?
I'm still doing this.
Okay.
Because I did more than 10.
Well, you had 13. So did you have 13 lines?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, I checked it. You had the right amount of lines.
Now,
Okay. How many pennies do we have left?
9.
9. Okay, so we're gonna write that down. How many dimes do we have?
4.
Okay, and how many dimes are we taking away?
1.
All right. Let's do that. We have 4 dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're taking away 1. And how many dimes do we have left?
3.
3. So let's write that on our paper. Look at you go. Okay, there are 3 steps for finding the answer for a subtraction problem. First, you must check to see if you have enough pennies to begin with. If you don't have enough pennies, then the second step is to trade a dime for 10 pennies. The third and last step is to subtract the pennies and then the dimes. Let's try this with another problem without using any sticks, any pictures, or any money, okay? Write this problem on your paper. Okay, wait. Slow down. Do we have enough pennies?
No, ma'am.
Okay, what will we do?
Borrow from the tens.
Okay. Now what do we do? We borrowed, now what?
Take away 4.
Okay. 4 from
11.
the answer. We're going to subtract the pennies and then the dimes. Okay, that's what we do. We subtract the pennies and then the dimes. Do you want to show how to find this? Oh, you got it? Let me see. Okay, so what's the answer? 11 and 4. Okay? And now we have to do the dimes. We did the pennies, now the dimes. What's the answer?
3.
3. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to do it with 3 more. Do you want to work on the board for me?
Mm-hmm.
Did I write too high?
A little bit.
Are you good? Well, look, if you don't cross out this number, and you don't have to cross that number out. That's what we were doing. We never cross that number out. We just add the 1 in front. Okay, and you can write that number over here. You can write it right here. Very good. Okay. Are you reading your problem or are you just doing it? Think about it. Stop and read that problem. Stop.
I have more how to do it.
Yeah, but how do you know? You're just doing it. How do you know? You got to check your pennies first to make sure you need to. Because remember, we had one tricky one. You always have to check and make sure if you need to do it or not. See? Not all of them need to borrow. Okay, very good. You see that? You always have to stop and check it. Okay? I want you to make me up a subtraction problem where we will have to trade a dime for 10 pennies. Make one up. Okay? How do you know that you will have to trade a dime for 10 pennies? What tells you that you need to trade a dime for 10?
Because 0 is smaller than all the numbers.
Then, okay, so in this problem, it's because 0 is smaller than 2. Very good. The problem was 70 minus 52. Okay, so now wait. I want you to find this answer. Think about that. What'd you make this?
10,
And that's minus,
2.
and what's that answer? Slow down.
I meant that I wanted that.
I figured, but you're in a hurry. And you have a camera watching. Forget it. Okay, very good. And the answer is 18. Okay, now I want you to make it a problem where you will not have to trade a dime for 10 pennies. Okay, and how do you know that you will not need a trade?
Because they are the same number.
Okay, so if they are, as long as this one's not smaller than this one, you're good, right? Even if they're the same number, you don't have to trade. Very good. So, go ahead and work this problem. The problem is 72 minus 62. And the answer we got is 10. Okay, so why don't you share with me something that you learned today?
Pretty much I already know.
You already knew. Okay, go sit down, smart cookie. All right, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.